Hi guys, and welcome to Tech Anorak. So I've had my Pixel 4a for 6 months now, guys, and thought we'd do a review now. I'm half a year in. So let's talk about the build quality. I have found since day one that it's very creaky. The plastic, if you can hear that, guys. I am pressing the buttons there, but if you just squeeze it with your thumbs, there you go. You've got a squeaky plastic, but again, you can kind of forgive it for the price point, but it is there. I've put an orange skin on, as you can see. It would be nice if it came in a few more colours. It's basically just a black colour, but again, that's probably due to the cost involved. But I would have thought making a white one, or I don't know, an orange one like this, which is a cool Google colour, it's not going to cost much more than making a black one, is it? It's only dyeing it whatever colour, really, isn't it? So in the time I've had it, I've had no problems with screen burning or any discoloration. It's no funny blue or purple tints, etc., as some phones suffer with. And the panel is 60 hertz. So if you've used a 90 hertz refresh rate phone or a 120 hertz one, it's maybe hard to go back to 60 hertz, but scrolling, as you can see there, is very fast. And you can stop it wherever you want. But yeah, like I say, for those that have come from a higher refresh rate phone, you might not like that. Also, guys, just a side note, not even around this phone, but in 2021, do you think full HD is enough? I mean, this is 443 ppi, it's a high resolution. Do you think it's enough, or do you think phones should be QHD like the top end Samsungs and 4K like the Sony Xperia phones? I'd like the highest resolution I can get, but obviously, yeah, it's just what your eyes can detect. Is full HD? You can tell with 4K. 4K does look better, doesn't it? Okay, so one of the plus points of the phone is its small form factor. So it's really nice to handle if you've got like a quick text to send, or you just want to type a message out or get on a browser like this really quick. In fact, I won't use one from my history. We'll go on. Ooh. So it's easy to type on the keyboard one-handed, as you can see, guys. No keyboard gymnastics involved. So yeah, it is a refreshing change, but I think I found myself wanting a larger screen for when I'm playing games or doing media consumption. So, it's not a tiny screen, but if you've had a big Samsung phone or, iPhone 12 Pro Max or, any of the bigger ones, this is going to be a bit tiny. So I'm gonna keep my Pixel 4a because it's a good little workhorse, but yeah, I'm definitely going to buy a bigger phone at some point and run the two. So, but again, you can't have everything for your $300 or £300. In terms of the software, it's buttery smooth, guys. It runs really well. And I think the 730G chip, although it's a lower end chip, because it's got Google's software running the show, everything is really smooth, no slowdowns. The 6 gig of RAM, doesn't pose any issues at all. So I've had no slowdowns in the 6 months I've had the phone. The software's held up well. The only one problem I've had is the phone can get stuck on landscape orientation, and the only way to get out of that is to restart the phone for some reason. But it probably happens twice a month at the most. So it's, considering some of the buggy phones I've had in the past, there's not many software issues, guys. It is pretty cool. There's a quick gaming test on Mortal Kombat for Android, and I've used a screen record for this. I don't normally use a screen recording app, but it held up really well on the Pixel 4a. I could still game without any frames dropped. And this is an intensive game with lots of 3D motion. So yeah, you know, it's for a kid or someone who wants to do a bit of light gaming, it can handle all of this, guys. So I'll shut up and let you have a little watch anyway. Okay, I've not played this game before, so the finished him moves are pretty sick. So I've ripped for his stomach now, and then yeah, this bit's nice. So I might play a bit more of this. It's pretty cool. So another great feature. In the pandemic, it's been useful, and just in general, the fingerprint scanner is awesome. So it'd be nice to have raise to wake and face unlock, but you know, the fingerprint scanner is awesome, and obviously face unlock doesn't work if you've got a mask on, and you know, you can't get any quicker than that. It's brilliant. So that's a big selling point for me as well. Not every phone has that, and the in-screen fingerprint scanners. I think the S21 Ultra scanner is awesome, but the older generation fingerprint in-screen scanners, they're quite difficult. You've got to be really precise. Whereas this, you know, boom, you're in. Other finger, you're in. So yeah, just a good feature. Okay, so as I've said, I am using this as my main phone. I consider myself a power user because I'm running my YouTube channel using the 4A as my main camera, and it doesn't let you down much. It can do 4K 30, the camera, which is good enough for YouTube and, you know, obviously home movies. 4K 60 would be nice, but again, to have 4K at this price point is really good. The thing that lets the phone down, 128 gig of storage. It sounds like a lot on paper, but once you've put a few big games on like Call of Duty, you're going to find that you're running out of storage, you know, and once you've added a few 4K movies, you're going to find that you're going to have to start deleting things. And although it does have the Google Photos backups for free, you can't back up 4K and the highest resolution pictures. You're limited to just the normal HD stuff. So yeah, it would have been nice to have had a micro SD card, but again, a lot of the phones in 2021 don't have micro SD support, and I think that's a real shame. I mean, obviously iPhones have never done it, but you're seeing Samsung do it now, and obviously Google have done it for a while. So yeah, I think I'd like to see the micro SD card back because you can add a lot of storage for not a lot of money. Also, the transfer rate is it's not the faster UFS 3.1 transfer rates. I think it's 2.0, and it does take a while to back up the phone. So it's really the party piece of the phone. The sensor's getting on for 5 years old now, but it does really give you point and shoot DSLR like photos for £300. You know, it's amazing, and I think what does that is obviously Google's photo processing algorithm is tip top. It must be the best in the business. It'd be interesting to see the new Pixel 6 and 6 Pro when that comes out, how good their cameras are going to be. So here's some recent camera samples, guys. So here's me having a lager in the sunshine that we don't get very often. There's a landscape shot. Another landscape one in Manchester. Lots of detail on the brickwork again. There's the King, Eric Cantona, mosaic. Again, lots of detailed shots. Here's a selfie, my beautiful mask on, saying hi. Again, detail on my stone floor there, and some brickwork on my chimney. Here's a video. So the 4K 30, it is really nice. Have a watch, guys. Stabilization's okay. Be better with a gimbal though. Also, there's no wireless charging, but you know, for the price point, you can let it off again. Okay, one issue users might have. It was brought to my attention actually by one of my viewers. He'd asked what the audio output's like from the headphone jack. So although it's great, it has a headphone jack. Not all phones do have these days. The output's not really good enough for headphones in general, for wired headphones. It's a 0.3 voltage, and I believe that from the checks I've done, you need an audio output of 1 volt to 2 volts to have a good listening experience. It does sound noticeably low on my Sony high-res headphones that I've got. So the quality sounds good, but you have to really pump the volume up and it doesn't get loud enough. So if you were in a noisy environment, it's going to drown out the sound of the music. I did test my Sony Bluetooth headphones and the volume is a lot higher, to the point that it's not very, you can't stand it with your ears, it's that loud. But yeah, you need really, really good quality Bluetooth headphones to enjoy it. Just going back to the colours again, guys, I would have liked to have seen the blue colour that they got in the US over here in the UK. It's never made it here. We've only had the black version. Or, it wouldn't have cost Google much to put a few different colours out, I'm sure. The other tip, guys, if you buy a full phone skin like this that covers all the sides, they don't work well with cases. They're very hard to get off, to the point where you start pulling these bits away. So yeah, just bear that in mind. But you can get skins that just cover the back, which I think I'll go for in the future. So on the whole, I would recommend this phone to anybody really. It's for $299 or pounds. It's an awesome phone. It is very capable. The camera's awesome. The battery's not terrible. The screen, it's really good AMOLED screen for the price point, and the software experience is awesome on the whole. You can chip away at this, and as I've done, and say I want a bigger battery, or I want 90 hertz, 120 hertz screen, I want wireless charging, blah blah. But you're getting into the premium phone sort of prices then, aren't you, if you want that? So I think, if you were going for this one, it's at a really cheap price point at the moment. You might want to wait until Google announce the Google 6 and the 6 Pro, because I believe they're going to have their own Google proprietary chip with those, which is going to rival Snapdragon processors. Also, there might be a 6A that launches. So I would say, though, really think if you want a phone that's a small form factor, it might be better to go for the 4A 5G, which is another £100, but you're getting the bigger screen, a bigger battery, and that 765G processor that you get in the Pixel 5. Sign off, guys. I'm definitely going to be keeping my Pixel 4a. It's a great device, and I've become really attached to it as I've started my YouTube channel with it, and it has been a great tool for that. The camera especially, and the software performance. But like I say, I think in the next 6 months, I'm going to get a bigger phone to complement this. Maybe an S21 Ultra, or a bigger Google phone. So hit me up in the comments, guys. Tell me what you think about this, as always. Ask me questions. I'll come back to you on this phone. A lot of my viewers have done, but I'll always be quick to reply to you. And I want to make sure that I'm giving advice for the consumer, so that when you spend your hard-earned money, you're getting a proper review of someone who's tested the device. Okay, guys, so all the best. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.